Thank you so much. We're joined here with Halestra, so welcome back, guys. I'm gonna have to ask you a question because the momentum is so heavily in your favor right now. You're one map away to going up against SMG, one map away from top 4. What's the morale like right now?
Just stay focused. We didn't win the BO3 right now, so they are peaking right now. So we should just keep the focus, keep the calmness, and we should do the good on Haven. We like to play Raven. It's a good matchup for us. So just keep the momentum.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Good luck out there.
That's right. They may have taken ascent, but the coach says you have to stay focused. It is not the end of the BO3 just yet. They still have Haven, but that ascent map was quite impressive for Team Liquid. I mean, Baby Bay, we were talking about how, the aggression on attack, for example, and how BBL is matching that, but also this incredible teamwork that was coming out of Team Liquid.
Yeah, and they really left no corners unchecked, and like they're following all the steps on these hits. Like, this was beautiful. Like, you take the B site, you know that there's an Omen back site B, but you're waiting for the flash before you peek, and it's just like simple things like this. They're clearing all the boxes and playing really good fundamental Valorant and playing off of each other well.
Yeah, that's definitely a Daiki-led team with checking all those protocols there. It was great to see and gave him a good bump going into the second half.
Speaking of Daiki calls, I think these amazing sort of on the fly adjustments. Like, for example, we did see Jujina with an excellent TP that suddenly threw everything off guard in this round, I believe, Sapphire?
Yeah, this was huge. So TPing back to attacker spawn, this was such a pivotal play right here. And while Daiki eventually will get kind of the highlight moment, this is really what sealed it for them, because I believe the Eva still had the drone as well, which would cause a distraction, obviously, when the defense is trying to retake. But that TP there to quickly get that frag was pivotal to allow Daiki to close it out and get those final 2 frags.
It's those micro plays that really make the difference here, and Team Liquid knew that. We do also have to point out that Isa has been having an amazing game, and I just love how every single time there's a Team Liquid match, it's always okay, Daiki is the queen this round, and now it's Bastard, and now it's Jujina, and now Isa has her moment, baby babe.
Yeah, and Isa was dominating the 1v1 game. Like, not only was she on the top of the leaderboard, but how many 1v1s did she win that were very, very important rounds? Like, it just made them get in the lead even further, and their economy was able to flourish from it. And she was at the same time breaking the economy of BBL.
Yeah, and speaking of BBL, actually, let's hear what Maseka has to say ahead of Map 2.
We're joined here by Maseka as well as Rebecca for the translation. Thank you so much for doing that. So it's no fear that it's not been the strongest or the easiest tournament for you guys coming into this. Haven coming up next, a lot of hope in terms of it being your map pick. Can we expect anything special? You got something cooked up?
Buraya geldiğinizden beri çok kolay geçmiyor turnuva ama şimdi Haven sizin map pickiniz. Özel bir şey hazırladınız mı bizim için?
Evet, yani buraya geldiğimizden beri yaşadığımız sıkıntılardan dolayı normalde alışık olduğumuz oyunu gösteremiyoruz ama Heaven'da göstermeyi umuyoruz. Dün de Heaven seçmiştik. Benzer bir oyun olacak. Rakibin oyunu benzer olmaya çalışacağını biliyoruz. Evet, özel olarak çalıştık. Umuyorum bu sefer sahneye yansıtacağız.
Yeah, we haven't been able to show what we got since we came here, but yeah, we definitely have something special planned for you guys on Haven, and we will show you what we got.
All right, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it. Good luck out there.
You gotta love the fighting words of BBL, and you heard the crowd as well. They do have people on their side, which is really, really inspiring, right? Especially since, as we were talking about earlier, Baby Bay, the odds seem to just be against this team, but they're standing strong.
Yeah, and honestly, that last map was not that bad. It was pretty close. I actually think, like I said, if those 1v1s went the other way and they went to BBL, maybe BBL is the winner of that Ascent map. But going into Haven, I don't know what we're gonna see. Like, that could be such a surprise that the BBL coach was talking about, and he was looking a little frustrated in those player camps from that first map. But it's gonna be an uphill battle, I think, especially against Liquid's comp, and they like to run the double controller just like Shopify did, and we saw what that did.
Yeah, and I think what we did see a lot of great things were those set defensive plays from the team, and that's historically what the team has done as well on Haven. So, as the coach said, there might be some of those new things, some of those surprises, and they're gonna want to play aggressive. They again, those worked for them. We just need to see more of those set plays.
Which by the way, like that entire defensive Ascent, it felt like the first like 7 rounds, BBL was like running it down, going for these like cheeky flash jet dash plays, but like they were kind of working, but like also getting shut down. And I feel like Liquid like had a good read on where to speed up when they made those aggressive plays.
Yeah, it's like the idea was there,
Yeah.
but it's just when it came down to execution, Liquid was just like, you know, they were just on point every single time. They knew how to anticipate BBL as well, even though they were going for those unusual plays. So I'm really interested to see what's going to happen here on Haven. You know, we did hear Coach Miseka earlier saying how they do have something special planned.
Yeah.
And I have to say that Vanya was playing out of her mind. She was really carrying the team. We did see that, like, I believe it was Isa on the MVP and Vanya was on the other side, and we did point her out as one of those players that really comes through for her team.
Yeah, exactly. Vanya is the superstar that we've been talking about for a year now. Since Series 1, she kind of put the team on her back, and it's this IGLing controller, like, legend. So we need to see what we saw in the first half, but even more of it, like guide this team. Obviously, they only have one player on stage, but it's doable. We've seen it from Vanya before.
It's such an emotional series. And speaking of emotion, we did see that halftime interview too with like the parents of Daiki, I believe, and how they were so proud to have her on stage. And it was just such a heartwarming moment. And you know, you can see that the emotional support is definitely there for Team Liquid, right? And it's just like this balance for both of these two teams, right? Both of them are fighting for so much.
Yeah, and I think Daiki started off really slow in that first map on Ascent, but she slowly started to get back into the game and crawling higher and higher, getting that 1v2 at the end. I think maybe there was a little bit of pressure. She really wants to impress her parents because they're here watching and stuff, but I think now that's all gone and she's going to start popping off too. And I'm really excited to see the head-to-head now with her and Vanya, because Vanya did play really well that map. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but she was looking solid.
Gotta love it, right? This clutch is for you, Dad.
Yeah.
You know, this ace is for you, Mom. It's just so heartwarming to see, of course. And, you know, for BBL, again, there's a lot that's going on. And right now, as we are about to head into Haven, I'm really, really interested to see how these two teams will play. As you mentioned, if Daiki is like snowballing right now, I cannot wait to see her on Haven. The second map, and Team Liquid definitely looking like they are hungry to close out this series. I believe we're just about to jump into Agent Select right now, but as in a few moments. But I don't know, any predictions here we have, Sapphire?
Yeah, I wouldn't expect any surprises necessarily. I think, you know, we do expect like Daiki on the sky, which we talked about yesterday. How many incredible assists she had. It was something like 25 assists. So that's one of the biggest things I expect. And then the other team, on the other side, BBL usually runs, I believe, a double initiator here.
And right now, you know, Baby Bay, we are seeing right now our Prime Gaming Agent Select, which will be up in just a few moments. For the side of BBL, I'm wondering if this, you know, this little tease that they have, that they were saying, would be something. Okay, so we're not getting any strict surprises here on site, so it might be something, perhaps a new strategy that they're implementing here on Haven.
Yeah, and it's just like I've been saying, like this breach comp going up against this double controller comp, it's so hard to get good value out of your breach. But maybe they did some homework after their last match and they found some cracks in the strats that this double controller can do, because the double controller is so good at delaying. It's so good at feinting aggression, especially on the attacking side. Where are you going to be? Are you going to be behind that Viper wall? Are you hitting B now? And we saw specifically in that series against Shopify, once this comp gets a plant on B, it is almost impossible to retake against.
Elimination is on the line, so let's see if we can get a map 3 and send it back to your casters. Here's Mimi and Ender.
Thanks very much to Mika and the desk. Yes, this is the last chance for the EMEA 1 seed. BBL made their mark by beating G2, by winning a finals in Europe, but now they're here in Brazil trying to survive.
You can't lose now. Lose now and the year is over for BBL. Win for Team Liquid advances them to another stage in the lower bracket. BBL, this is their map pick we're going to be running into, and we're going to see them play for mid-control consistently. They love to attack, just like we saw back on Ascent, and they're going to get in your face fast.
Aoki has been spotted. Can she get away in time? Dash into Bunny, but she's kind of stuck in this position. Felipa has utility to try and get her out, but can she even get anything from this corner? Bastarda just dives straight into her face and takes her down. Team Liquid hit the pause button.
Started just running full blast into the shockwave right there. Doesn't even matter. But the round refreshes. Team Liquid much more patient. Felipe goes for the angle. Dude, BBL just starts shooting.
Oh no, that was a big opportunity. Loss for BBL. And Team Liquid, here. We've seen this all series. Find their advantage, slow things down.
Bit of a feint over into A with that Sky Flash. Team Liquid just gonna leave Bizarra as an embed here. She has the chance to move into A. If she hears footsteps rotating out of short, she can bring Team Liquid back onto this side of the map. And TL can just pop out of their own smoke here, pick this one up, and try to isolate those two players back plat.
But it's a great position for BBL and a better stun. Counter flash through Felipe for one, but she is so low on HP. Great smoke. That's Vanya across the map supporting.
Yeah, Bizarra hears those rotates out. Site belongs to her. Turret even clears back
stuck
side.
around
Yeah.
on this C site. Bastarda is still there to cause trouble.
Placing sentry.
Oh, has to slip past this turret before it comes back to her.
So she's now a late backstab, but the retake will come before Bastarda activates. Dart forward. Eva takes a lot of damage. But everyone is here now from BBL. Keep your eyes on this flank. That'll develop soon. Here comes the retake. Felipe first in and down two, but Bizarra is traded. Now Team Liquid have farther back positions. They're waiting for the flank to come through. They have to buy time. Flash through. Vanya off the spike. Bastarda, flank activated, but it is only one, and that might not be enough. Georgina in the 1v2. Smoke fading. Two on the other side. Finds both shots! How the hell did she do that?
Georgina's just different. What?
I didn't even see both heads.
I don't know. Is it the Brazil buff? Is it the crowd buff? Is it the family buff? Is Georgina just buff?
She might be. That is one of the most ludicrous transfers I have ever seen.
What do the coaches think? Oh, stoic, you'd imagine. Unbelievable. I mean, she's completely stuck here.
How?
That is lightning fast.
She can't believe it either.
Unreal. The Red Bull clutch out of Georgina. Absolute perfection. BBL trying to get fast, doing a little bit of an A walk up, half of that, but that has got to be such a sting.
BBL fight A lobby. They get you with the classic. The rest of Team Liquid is there to keep it under control.
More and more challenges continue to approach. I mean, these classics are doing some serious work here.
How is this a 1v2?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, do you expect that Wenz has embedded in short? Can she kill one player while the plant is going down?
Low. Oh, she has a freebie. There's no way BBL reply like this. 1v1. Needs perfection with the classic Bizarra swinging, and the movement is better. Almost.
Don't let these single players distract you. Don't let the 2 rounds distract you from the fact that every round is a nail biter.
And that was the story of Ascent. 1 or 2 of those clutches going a different way, and BBL could be up right now.
But that's the difference, right? Georgina wins out in her clutch at the very end. BBL gets so close. Wenz has an insane reposition, but it slips right there. Gets the first, can't transition into the second. Now, Team Liquid, it's a punishing round 2, right? They only have 1 single rifle going into this one. We'll see what Bastarda can do with it. And when we look at how BBL like to play this defense half, you're going to see it play out very different to a lot of other teams, especially with this comp. Alkia does not play A often. She loves to step out into mid, even with the operator out of garage doors, out of B, or even play that plat line over on C.
Bastarda, oh, taken down. It's only 1 rifle, but it's gone. And now BBL have some good control of this one. They have B surrounded. Spike will be planted, but that aftershock actually stops Daiki just at the last moment. And they're actually fighting towards C Link, but it's a great crossfire out of BBL, and it's Bizarra. Already spotted out in the open, and she only has a Sheriff. No shot.
So with the prep Team Liquid have done, which clearly they have, you saw it back on Ascent, baiting out a lot of the aggression. I want to see what their solution is to how maneuverable Alkia can get on this jet. I think that you can actually fight for A short space really easily, even without investing a lot of utility. A lot of the times, Filippo will be holding on to the fault line instead of just using that off the rip, and you can walk up behind your Viper wall, just get alert going.
BBL have a mid-fight ready.
You got to be ready for this aggression. BBL come at you fast so consistently.
4 players. Ready to go. Team Liquid have plenty to receive, but Storta is in a sea of utility, but she stays safe within the cove of her smoke. But look how Vanya has gotten so far forward. It was only one. Team Liquid win the brawl.
And that is Team Liquid playing perfectly. I mean, you have a couple players getting hit, but Bastarda stalls out time like you say. But then there's in window and also outside of grass, players playing off the line so they're not hit by the fault line. So they're not hit by the paranoia. Those are the ones that are getting the kill.
Eva goes hunting, and she shoot away.
Playing Team Liquid must be the most annoying thing in the world. They destroy you in your opening gambit, and then they don't move. They just wait for you to beat yourselves by walking into their crosshair.
And it works more than it doesn't.
That's because it's the right way to play. Team Liquid are such a well-drilled team, such a well-oiled machine. They fully clear the site, make sure there's nobody playing those close corridors. That's an easy plant for them. Probably a save for BBL.
Thorough is the easy way to describe this squad. And BBL, well, they'll go for a bit of damage at least.
It's funny because Team Liquid will take the ego fight at the start of round, usually a lot tighter in the late round. 2v3 now.
They're going to go for it. Wenz has walked out onto B. But she's spotted by the turret and so isolated from her teammate.
Drone saw everybody over there.
They know the setup. Can they find the shots? No. Eva missing out, Wenz down, and that's the round over. Eva would rather save this weapon, but now comes the question of which she'll be allowed to, and she is.
Now as the ult game matters a lot. Bazera just won off of the lockdown for Killjoy. And if BBL are not finding success with their mid gambits, how do they call a half of Valorant? Right, if Team Liquid are ready for it every single time, do they start getting more passive? Do they start leaning into a lobby control, which is not usually part of their playbook? We'll have to see, because this next round, it is just the one rifle Ava survived.
Finally, we see Alkia over towards A, but she's the only player there. And you can see the power of this Viper already. The wall can be a low wall over towards C. It can help you get A lobby. The mollies can cut off angles, or Alkia can cut off heads.
Yeah.
Didn't think she'd go for that alone.
Alkia was saying, give me the rifle, give me the rifle. Ava, give me the rifle. Runs over to A for the last second kill.
It's BBL. You always have to expect aggression like that.
Now BBL, when they actually hold this A site, that's where they've run into some trouble domestically. They love to play back site. That puts them in prime position for things like the paranoia, but
brutal timing.
Alkia going out. She's got to be a hero in a round like this with the soul rifle, but gets cut down in a 1-for-1 trade. Doesn't feel good enough to come away with the round win.
Vanya wants that gun.
Oh my.
Or she wants to teleport forward.
Oh my.
What is this? Ridiculous. And it won't work today.
One enemy remaining.
Worth the shot. Might as well.
She tries it often.
Spike planted.
Loves that corner.
Look, she saw all those Jojina teleports, and she's like,
oh, here's one.
Bit.
It works.
It always works.
Another round for Jojina.
I do like that you point out that close corridor, because that is an area that BBL love to play on that A site. Again, I think a lot of teams will look to get more proactive, fighting for short, fighting for long control. BBL are more content to either flood out or just bundle up on site, take their ones.
How do you think that like bunker style works versus this Viper comp? Because they just have so much utility to clear corners like that. Those extra 2 mollies from the Viper are so helpful.
It depends how diligent TL are being, because I think a lot of times that molly won't end up being used in that corner. You can get away with it. One of the things that they don't have to worry about is the fault line, which destroys the short corner. It hits default usually, and that's a problem. But because you are playing against those double smokes, it's going to be that on the paranoia line. So a little bit easier to avoid. You can see it coming, dodge out, run back into the line, especially after the change that make it move so much slower than it previously did. So I don't think it'll be as punishing as we've seen versus the default standard comp that they're running themselves.
It's been a tough start for the Queens. Down 4-1 here, but it's their first timeout. And they have tools in this round. Rolling Thunder online for Felipa. Do we get to see another one of those proactive plays?
I almost want to say they don't look aggressive with the Rolling Thunder this round. They've done it a couple of times out of mid. You remember pistol round, their buy round as well. They got aggro and TL punished them for it.
Every time.
So what do? Do they save it for a retake? I almost like that angle.
They love playing a retake anyways.
They really do, but Alkia doesn't have an operator, so won't be able to hold a more passive line top B, something like this. Instead, going to be switching it up. What an interesting setup. Alkia over here with Wenz. That is not normal.
Maybe just trying to take a fight.
They
towards
just
short,
want this
dip
trap
away.
play, yeah. That is so uncharacteristic. Alkia tucking into a tight corridor. No one will expect her to be waiting here, and TL are zooming on in with the spike.
In heaven, Georgina, what a call to make. Seekers, though, will clear this close corner. The trap play activated. It's Renz instead going huge. Now the Molly's into play. Alkia needs to get out, and she succeeds at that goal.
They saw this player down long as well. Vanya scouted it out with the ultimate. So they fight back into short. Alkia is there for the kill. The Gambit play completely broken. Bizarro, the sole survivor.
A beautiful reclear. And look at the spike.
Yeah.
Stuck out just on the lip of heaven. Bizarro would need to go for quite a walk to recover that one.
Note to self, don't take the spike when you Omen ult into heaven.
I thought we would have learned that one with Leviathan. I guess it worked for them.
No, yeah, you know, it works at the end. Maybe it's all part of making a little bit of a crispier play, but there you have it. The little trap play ends up working for BBL. It was hard to see exactly what happened, so we were so focused on the Omen ulting up into heaven. But Alkia waiting in that corner, you never clear that, right? When you are literally, Wenz is intentionally showing herself on that fight, right? She's seen up there. You have a turret up there too. Why would Alkia be tucked away? Surely Alkia is fighting out into mid. No, that's a great little layer that BBL had coming out of the timeout.
And it's such a change from what we've seen. We're at that first map where it's always that proactivity.
We're back to the normal, back to the normal.
Okay.
We're running into mid.
Mid fight.
Rolling
Here we go
Thunder,
again.
question mark?
Groundhog Day in mid. Vanya, Paranoia. They duck away.
Oh, they're
BBL
walking.
is walking
Oh my.
very slow.
This is not expected.
Alarm bot will keep him at bay though. They cannot get past that lip of window, and Bastarda
Oh, but Mimi,
is
they
caught.
can. They just simply can. Vanya will kill everyone. They're up into window, and now do they back away?
Yep.
BBL usually will just keep that W key going, but now with the numbers advantage, they know everything is riding on this game right now, their whole year.
I forgot the BBL just does not care. They are so confident in every moment. Double lockdown onto A.
A pre-take ultimate, and the entire rest of the team is flanking.
Is that a quadruple flank that we are seeing?
I'm counting up to 4, yes.
And look at these players trapped. 2 detained from that defender lockdown. Now they can activate. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. It is from the flank. It is the players in long getting caught.
Great stall from
Georgina,
Georgina.
another opportunity. Teleports into the off angle. Flash keeps him at bay yet again. BBL, can they get through this one? Can they even escape from main? Castile are holding this strong. The whole fight is centered on long. And Vanya's got 3 in the round. Issa is alone to hold. And BBL find success.
Fantastic shot to kick off the round from Vanya, and the mid-rounding impeccable, calling for that pre-take ultimate. Usually you'd want to flood out with that. Instead, trying to take that fight. All the players of Team Liquid are pushed back in to the extremity of that ult. And BBL, take it slow. They don't get flustered by the utility coming on out of Georgina. Vanya still in front of that engagement throughout. That is what you expect. That is what you need out of BBL's leader.
Team Liquid's economy on the ropes here.
Look at C-Long. We've got a fault line, maybe a Paranoia, and Alkia going quick.
Paranoia is through. Alkia is there. They'll dip away.
Alkia almost went a little bit too far in front, a little bit too quick. Player was able to dodge away. Do
So
they walk back
confident.
out into mid? They're going to walk back out into mid and look to break this Killjoy turret. BBL realize if they can break this Killjoy turret, it paralyzes Team Liquid. Team Liquid are not getting proactive in the early rounds. It means they don't have control over space in mid, so once that info tool is down, there's a giant question mark in the center of the map, and it forces Team Liquid to act.
And remember the big picture, BBL, they always put a priority on that mid control. Finding success there means that they can have stacked sites like the one we see on this C site.
Felipa's fault line comes back up in 2 seconds. And then if you try to run out into C, it's not looking good for you, especially with this crossfire.
Where's Team Liquid heading though? They entrench Bastarda, they go back towards A. We saw this on Ascent.
We saw it on the pistol round. Team Liquid love to leave Bastarda on her own, and they're going to come back into her. But BBL have not flinched, Mimi.
Haven't budged. 3 players still holding on C.
Vanya goes back into the jump peak. She's going to see someone very soon, and the fault line's going to cut them all.
This position is so big for Alkia. She cuts off the jet of Bastarda.
25 seconds.
Where do they go now?
They're going into mid. Issa has this space.
But the
And
alarm bot. She's spotted already, but can she wrap around the world? Can she find Wenz? Because look at Wenz's angle. She's ahead of the Viper. She's calling this is safe. Coming to B, and it's all a trap. She's blinded though. Great paranoia, very thorough from Team Liquid. They have the spike down. Felipe's gonna try and flood in. They want to fight for this one. Daiki gets it down. Bizarra alone. She's found a kill already. 1v1. Where is Bizarra gone? That's the question in Eva's head. Tap on the spike. Only 65 HP. She knows it's not half.
Ice cold.
Eva has to hold this. She has to at least get half, and Bizarra knows the timing is there on the swing and through the wall. Bizarra's got it.
Bizarra hardly bats an eye. She gave the time for a full stick. She said, nah, you're gonna wanna take the fight. And she just plays on that edge perfectly. It starts out with a great setup from BBL. It looks almost unbeatable, especially once Wen's tucked up in that corner. But the paranoia almost accidentally hits her, trying to flood out and blind C-Link. And Bizarra in the clutch. These players are just unbeatable in clutch time.
The late round synergy as well has been wild. Op up for Alkia. She's walking down C-Long. That means her teammates can go towards A.
Alkia doesn't believe in the A site. That's up to the rest of BBL. Drone spots out the Jet on the other side. How much damage gets done? No. Shanks it right into the front of the wall.
And the Omen teleports away. BBL 3 on A site.
But with the space Alkia has, they're able to stack into A, and they're fighting forward. They're re-clearing space into short. And the trade won't be here instantly. Now Team Liquid spacing looking a bit stronger.
They know this is going to be an A hit. That forward C line allows it.
The short fight and this mid lurk is what matters. There's no utility on the B site, so it's possible for Bizarra to creep on in.
Here comes the re-clear. Flash over the top. BBL back into long. Bastarda tucks tail and gets forward, in fact. What a call from her. 2 angles to fight from. But it's Eva instead. She actually picks off 2, and that regains control for BBL.
Wenz
Team
on the
Liquid,
flank.
they're making another call, but look at this Killjoy. She's gotten ahead.
But they heard it. They heard that. They have the call coming in, so Daiki clears it out. The communication from Bizarra is perfect. Bizarra now onto the B site. The spike will come back to her.
Here comes Alkia into C-Link. Gets a tag on Bizarra, but Bizarra lives. Same pivot. We're into B. Viper's Pit post plant.
Spike planted.
The op completely isolated. Seekers pose a problem, but Ava finds an opener from A-Link.
Still the pit is up. And Bizarra has a wild angle. 1-4-1. Eva's on for the ace, but Ace is on for the clutch. And it's Felipa instead. Spins around, wins the round.
Finally, it goes BBL's way at the bitter end. Just barely. Felipa also recovering the operator.
How many 1v1s went the way of Team Liquid? How many clutches? Finally, Felipa has hers. That's what they needed.
It's a constant coin flip at the end. These players are so good. And honestly, I thought this call was enough. With the space gathered in mid from Bizarra, the knowledge of the flank incoming, and then rotating back into her. I thought that was gonna do it, but no. At the end, it is Ava to open up with the 4K. Absolutely fantastic.
Timeout for Team Liquid. This seems like the first time this series we've seen them on the back foot.
What are they thinking in this one? They're not aware of the C walk-up with the operator last round. They can imagine the op was on C because of how the round ended up playing out. I also believe that Bizarra was using one of her own mollies to break the Killjoy alarm bot on B. That's how she was able to get up there in the first place. And something they can maybe fight for again. If they don't think the op is playing on B or looking outside of Garage, they could look to, challenge for some space early on. Now that BBL's pivot was to actually stack over towards A, with players other than the Jet. Something tells me Alki is a Garage Doors kind of player this round.
She loves going for those early fights. And she wins them a lot of the time.
Really, the question is, do they give a paranoia for her or something? Or does she just go back over to the C site? Because she wasn't seen over there. No real harm in doing that. As a matter of fact, BBL set up maybe to put together a little bit of a trap to try and punish this lurk. I think BBL are aware of what Bizarra did. Maybe not precisely in the last round. Money not great, that's for sure for TL.
But it has been 2 rounds in a row where Bizarra has been the cancel option that has either won or almost won the round for TL.
Yeah, TL just going to scale up behind the wall. They can bring it down and take that fight into short.
Wenz is going on a walk here. Tucks into the close corner, plays off her own turret contact, and there's a stun to help. Great setup by BBL.
That's kind of nasty right there.
Love that call at the timeout. You can always expect them to have a trap ready.
Yeah, especially just farming up some of those orbs. Philippa, Ava, the 2 players you really want to get cooking here on the eco.
Hi, Ava.
That's exactly what you want. Just one off now.
One enemy
And now that Hunter's Fury active for round 11.
She doesn't really need this last kill.
Yeah, that would be a little bit greedy, so donate it over to Philippa. We'll pretend. If she had the chance, she was definitely going to shoot that.
Give her the benefit of the doubt. Prom game and flawless. Finally a round for BBL that is not just one, but clean.
I actually really like the tempo shift from BBL. Well, now they've got the operator in hand, it's been a lot more of like trap ideas around the Killjoy and Breach utility. I almost think that this is where I'd like to see them get quicker and, you know, chuck the operator over towards Wenz. Put that in her hands, get Alkia zooming on up there when you wouldn't expect that, but maybe looking to save that for the next round. Instead, Alkia, for the first time ever, looking down short. She might just tank out the wall on short because they know about the walk-up from the last round.
Nano Swarm keeps her at bay for the moment. A stack towards B from BBL.
BBL with the hard read on this one. If this op sees a player, that'll push all those players over into this B site.
And TL is making noise in mid. But do they want to go B or garage? You go into garage and well, Vanya's waiting. She's going to have to teleport away, and this primes her teammates to wrap all the way around and punish Bizarra, but Bizarra, unpunishable, it would appear. She finds 2 for her troubles, and Philippa reigns in the shot just in the nick of time.
Look at the A site, though. Georgina is getting active. Long was left open, and Alkia thinks she's held this down. How far does Georgina want to go?
Remember that op in short.
Yeah, walk back into short. If she clears this op before the fight comes in, she has to go now, but she doesn't give it to her team. The shot misses.
Alkia's in trouble. Georgina has gotten so far, and she's holding this angle. Takes her down. Rolling Thunder available for Philippa. They can flood back in. Here comes the ult.
30 seconds
and here
left.
goes Vanya.
Georgina stalls, and the teleport comes in. A fully blinded Vanya. Georgina gets that.
Spike planted.
70 HP. And a 1v3. Team Liquid have every angle held. And Philippa, well, she can spin around quick. She can't find Bastarda.
Last round in the half.
Tooth and nail. But really, it's Georgina taking that aggressive step up into A. The timing was there. Alkia had a shot. That whiff could end up haunting her. That one not coming in. Because after all of this mid-fight, that was the difference, right? Are we able to flush out that operator that was posted into A, that solo presence? Not that time around. So, we head into the next round, the final round out of the half. This is the tempo change for BBL. Alkia is going to step out into mid. We're going to fight very early on once again.
Hunter's Fury a part of the play this time, and Georgina needs a tag. She'll be able to get out of
Alkia.
that one, but she's so far up. They never expect Alkia in their spawn. 1 kill found. She'll try and dash away, but Bastarda is there with the trade. And it resets into a 4v4.
Echoes of Fnatic with the Hunter's Fury. And Alkia zooming up into window.
Where does TL go now? They have a player entrenched down short.
If they ever have to rotate back into C, it's over with how far up Wenz is. They need to win out. They need to deal with Ava.
And Eva wants info. She'll swing towards long.
She wants blood.
Finds one. Can't get the shot in time, but now this player in short might be activated.
She's going to go back into short. Vanya sticks the ultimate into spawn. She has a potential flank on the way, but up and over and down. Ava gets the opener.
Can she get more? Blinded off the line, a dart to work with, but she just wants to stay alive. In the corner, she somehow finds another. The miracle they needed, but Team Liquid is back. Daiki got too far forward. Here comes that flank.
Vanya is up here quickly. Daiki has a flash to try and scout behind them.
But does he check the right side? Clears towards long, cautious of this, but is the timing there? No. Vanya for the first. Georgina on the other side. She's walking towards spawn. She's isolated the fight. Picks right. And an ult available. Can she get out in time?
She's out.
To long she goes. Wenz is sticking. She's holding. And Georgina is shooting. Another moment for her.
Georgina simply cannot lose in the Red Bull clutch, topping the charts with 15 kills.
And in front of her home crowd, with her parents here in attendance, she just keeps winning.
The plot armor of Team Liquid after falling to the lower bracket, and in every single moment in the late round, it is Georgina. The 1 versus 2 there, the reposition, and going for the peak. Wenz could have been there with the rifle. She didn't care, blows a kiss of death into the face of BBL.
We've seen that many times. Team Liquid up 7-5 as we head to the analyst desk.
And the score is now 7-5 in favor of Team Liquid, and there were a lot of great moments. The atmosphere, I think, of the game has also changed quite a bit. BBL is definitely striking back, but for Team Liquid, this is looking really good, especially since Georgina seems to be popping off, and it is time right now for our Hyper X reflex moment, and we have to give this one, Sapphire, to Georgina.
Yeah, this was insane. So she was able to get this plant while Bastard is on the other side, kind of lurking, seeing gets a master flank, and we thought, okay, maybe the flank is going to come through. No, it fell apart, but Georgina holds strong, and that transfer is nuts. That just set the tone for
She
her.
can't believe it either.
She can't even believe it. It's wild. So that set the tone for the rest of the map, and she was doing so many things, and we just saw that her to close it out too with another insane round.
Yeah, she was popping off, and she's definitely having a crazy map. But some bright sides from BBL is they did actually change their game plan. They had a lot of KJ towards A, sorry, whereas in the previous series versus Shopify, they had KJ towards A. So I think they figured out, like, hey, if we put this KJ on this side of the map, we can shut down this Viper wall aggression. We can do traps off of it. We saw the breach stun off the turret. We saw the short setup that they had with the three stack, and it was just beautiful. And I like the way that they were playing aggressive. They weren't scared of these fights, and the Jet was floating a lot.
Yeah, that's what Jet does.
Yeah.
But yeah, the atmosphere is definitely different from BBL, right? They are ready to take this aggression to Team Liquid. So let's see how the second half will fall as we get it underway. Back over to our casters.
BBL fighting for survival here at GCC in the second half of Haven.
It is a long road ahead for BBL to win out here in the second half. To win on a map 3, and after that, 2 BO3s awaiting tomorrow, BO5 on Championship Day. BBL working their way up into B, but this aggressive wall from Team Liquid, lots of stall on hand.
Here, Longbot will activate it, but it's broken, and Alkia is past. Does she go too far? No. Patience from the Jet.
Crazy how far Alkia's gotten up into the site here. Isa's here, though, and takes them down. Team Liquid are flooding onto the site, and BBL simply aren't ready for it. It's ring around the rosy, and they're going over into C. Link C is open.
They've got the site. They'll have the plant, but look at Team Liquid. They have a pinch into Garage. Georgina has been working her way around, and I think she might have just spotted a bit of Eva. She'll retreat.
Team Liquid still have this wall to play with. Wenz playing behind it for now in the post plant. It's going to be that fight back site that means everything for BBL.
They can pop through this smoke with the Sky Flash. How many will it catch? Or is it the dog instead? Like he's ready on it. Does she see them both? Spots one, the second unknown. They work their way out from Garage. Eva spotted, but finds a shot. It is perfection from these BDL members. The HP doesn't matter. They're all low, but they only hit heads. A critical pistol round for the Turkish squad.
How good has Eva been today? My word, even at the end on Ascent, she was always the one in those 1v3s, 1v4s that brought it down to the 1v1 at the end. 15 kills matching Georgina on the other side. It's actually scary how good of a match these players, these teams are to one another.
And now the biggest question as we develop into this half is how does BBL deal with this Viper comp?
Yeah, that's it, right? When you're playing the exec comp versus the stall comp, you need to be able to either prove you can overwhelm on those site hits and beat out that flood utility, or you have to bait out utility early on.
If there was a team to just overwhelm, though, it would be BBL.
You overwhelm the pistols, that's for sure.
Yeah. They're straight into the C site. And, okay, bit of a lucky shot for Alkia, but she'll take that one home. Still, Team Liquid feeling damage. You see, even in this eco round, the Viper Wall still lets them get these really, really tricky to deal with angles when anchoring a site.
The line is real blurry between luck and game sense on that, as it often is. Alkia gets the 3K.
Bit of both.
Bit of both. And it's dead even. I actually can't believe it. I wonder, I would love to see a buy from BBL. I know it's a bit risky, but they could go, I mean, they're the heavy armor team. They would never give up their chance for a bonus on this one. So it'll just be pistols.
Still, they have a few SMGs, a Bulldog to work with in this round.
And Team Liquid throwing the forward Viper Wall once again. So, well, this does give you the stall on B, or forward garage as well. Less useful for Flood retaking onto C. They're not really playing with it. BBL just getting shot out of the window from Bizarra.
Beautiful start. Georgina fully re-clears garage. They head towards B on the side of BBL. But this dog, very well timed. They know no one's in yet. And BBL themselves gonna find a new option.
Not much scouting utility left for Team Liquid. And that's when things start to get spooky. Alarm bot is down. At least they have the turret, but that volley will come in to try and shred the toes away from Timmy. He's out of there.
So turret gone. They can finish towards C now. With this deep wall, it threatens someone walking up close, but once they're past it, C site's wide open.
Because Team Liquid only have the Sky Flash for info, that's why they're grouping together. They're playing buddy system. They don't want to hand over rifles. They have the forward line on A with the Jet. And now they step out into mid. They see nobody's home. The C hit is definitely underway.
It'll be a set retake. But BBL want an advantage. Eva into the smoke towards garage.
Georgina will go for the flank. The re-clear in for BBL.
Here comes Paranoia. Bizarra to hold. Great work from her. Isolates the angle onto one, and Wens somehow still wins that with the Spectre, and they're going to get away with this one too. Back into the site.
Wait for Georgina though, all the way down long while they flood into the site. Bizarra finds 3. The kills are there. It's a 4K for Bizarra. Wens the sole survivor, and Daiki finishes the job.
A clean retake from Team Liquid. I love how they take their time in that round. They're excellent at it, even when they're under pressure, even when they're in a big game like this. Daiki will always take her time. And that's great against a team like BBL who gets so proactive in these mid-rounds.
Exactly, that's the difference in how these teams call. BBL will continue to look to seek you out, hunt you, fight you over and over again. Team Liquid will play the numbers game, will play buddy system, will strangle you out of rounds once they have an advantage. Now get ready. A lobby is about to get explosive here at round start.
Is Bastarda going to fight down short? She's with Georgina. Paranoia is ready, but Georgina's gone. And where's Bastarda? She was always tucked further back. Can't trade her teammate.
BBL freezing now, taking a play out of Team Liquid's book and walking back into mid, expecting the pull of that kill, making the B player fall off, but there's 2 players double stall waiting for TL.
But there's no killjoy mollies, so they do have the site. Bizarra tries to flood in and loses her life. That's a critical member. Issa gonna try and take her own chance at doing it alone. And she's not gonna really find success either just yet. Daiki has at least gotten something for them.
This round's a bit cooked for Team Liquid.
A 2v4, both players spotted.
Wens held the flank for so long, they're not worried about anything going down. Buddy system for BBL. Fault line to continue to stall away, eat up seconds from the clock.
The pivot works. BBL forced Team Liquid to save.
Very nicely done. BBL had a bit of a util combo to blow up short there. Ava's dart lands, pings out Georgina, and off of that, Philippa. A lot of times you'd see the Breach just instantly use the stun down long to make sure someone can't post on that line. This time though, Philippa holding on to that off the dart contact, slams that down, makes that opening duel very easy for Alkia to win. And that's what BBL need, right? You know in the gunfights, it's always slightly advanced, right? They're always happy to go into that. Nothing's truly a 50-50. But against TL, when you're matched blow for blow, shot for shot, that's the utility has to be there, and great to see from BBL in that round.
The question for BBL is always, how can they harness the skill, the raw potential these players have? Can they make the right calls on top of it?
I mean, you see the way they play. Potentially the most individually skilled roster not just in EMEA, but everywhere. They shoot so well. It's been adding layers to the strategic game, adding depth in the mid-rounding for them. That's been the challenge. That's what we're starting to see.
Team Liquid's got it too, though. With Daiki lost on the other side, Georgina might go for something of her own.
I think that was just counter spam through the window of mid. Georgina needs to look for something. BBL are holding for it.
And this is what happens when you let BBL just take duels. When you walk into them in the mid-round, when you give them those opportunities, they will pick you apart.
Contacting into BBL is a death sentence. And yet when you lose players, that's almost what you need to do. You need to take risks, and that's what we're seeing. Bastarda is on deep on the flank, coming in very quickly, but her teammates are falling before she can really get into position to matter.
Wens.
Oh, hello.
That info.
Spike planted.
Does Bastarda shoot? No.
She wants to go as far back as she can so she can get a second on sight, and she can!
Beautiful shots by Bastarda. She is so precise, and now suddenly this is winnable, but not for long. Alkia takes down one. Issa's whiffing her shots, and she knows it's over. Emma on the hunt,
That is cold.
and she succeeds.
The crispiness. A bit disturbing at times there with Bastarda on the flank. But BBL put together a fantastic round. Again, you don't want to walk into them. And what is this buy for Team Liquid now? No, it's actually just going to be a half. Could have had a hero rifle if they wanted. Bastarda, 2 orbs off of the knives, not nearly quick enough to make that one count.
Spike planted.
And it looks like a bit of a highlight reel for Bastarda. But again, BBL were so clean at the start, winning all those opening engagements that you can afford to have a minor slip up. Bastarda definitely slipped the net on that one. Was very quick on the flank.
Pause here for Team Liquid. I think a big priority has to be put on not giving away these opening duels, because their comp thrives when they're playing on the site, when their stall utility can shut down these hard executes, when they force BBL to fight into them.
It's a difficult balance to find, because you're absolutely right. You want to play back, you want to stall as much as you can. You also need to show some threat so that BBL can't easily scale up forward onto the site. So I think they've done that now, right? You've shown that you're willing to fight early. BBL are going to respect that. Now tempo change, play a little bit deeper. Maybe they get funky on the pistol round. That's definitely an option. But locking down those tight chokes and using your utility to stall out as BBL are trying that exec, that's exactly the right mindset.
BBL getting really close to some critical ultimates. This round, a big priority is going to be farming those up, building those tools to get momentum.
And I want to see Team Liquid, if they're going to put together something in the mid-round here. Pistol rounds, usually you see either you're all bunkering down on a site together, or maybe you're doing some kind of blitz play at the start. Mid-round is where you can punish teams even with the rifles on those reclears. Might not be possible if BBL expedite things, and you use this dog very early seeing too, but that's going to be bad information. They see the Killjoy and the Jat. That tells you no lurk, no entry, or both lurk and entry are there. That hints that maybe 5 players are on the way. BBL faking it over towards C.
Ult into the backlines of C is cancelled. Suspicions now arising when they see that drone. Hits forthcoming, and yeah, there was no chance for Issa to get out of that corner. BBL doesn't even have to commit off this, but with the players in garage now, they'll take their chance. Bastarda finds one, but the trade is instant out of BBL, and they know that more players are lurking on this site. Alkia just updrafting above, breaking the crosshairs.
Right here.
And taking the frags.
Spike planted.
Ava gets the spike plant as well. Just a Spectre. Maybe some rifles to be picked up on back site, but the way BBL have set up with 2 down long, utility as well, and Wens to punish out from garage.
Gun here.
I hate to say it can't happen, but it can't happen.
Surely not.
You have to walk at them. That's the only way you get something done.
And she's spotted. Swing is instant. Felipe takes care of it. BBL. Double digits here on Haven.
Really having a bit of a second life here in the second half. But now, the next layer, the next challenge, Bastarda, operator in hand. And I think she might get aggressive with that outside of B, maybe into mid. Catch BBL before they can set up for a fight. That's what you want to do.
By her standards, it has been a rough game from Bastarda thus far.
In her defense, Bazera's been stealing all the glory.
That's true.
Bazera's been finding all the openers somehow on Killjoy, and Georgina's been closing out every single round. But you're right. Bastarda, not the same. She's actually looking to take that window fight from way deep back on B. But that means she won't see the walk-up from Wens' Killjoy. You only see into window. You don't see into the walk through mid. BBL, if they take garage control, they can use that Rolling Thunder out into sight. Now they know someone's back plat. It's a really tough position to play versus the Breach. You get stunned up, you get flushed out with utility. Omen about the only agent that can do it with the teleport to dodge in and around.
The Viper Wall this time allows to flood back into C, but the priority's on Bastarda. Here's where that op comes online, and she's completely blinded. Finds nothing off her shot, will reaggress, and she's blind again. Forced to dash away. Isa wanted to flood in to help her Jet, but she's down. Thankfully for TL. There's a trade, and they're already onto the site. Bastarda pop blades into this one. That is damn confident out of her.
Not a second wasted for Team Liquid on the retake with the Rolling Thunder.
It's into the site. Do they push off of it? BBL need to get ahead of this lockdown, need to make the play, and Daiki gets to. Wen's alone, the spike on the other side, a lockdown in her face. And there's no world she can get this done. Bastarda's got the line, and Team Liquid, they've got another round.
That is ridiculous. I mean, BBL, perfect utility on the entry. Don't have to worry about the jet up whatsoever. But Team Liquid are instantly coming through smokes. One player drops, it doesn't stop them in their tracks. Georgina is there for the trade immediately. The rest of the players coming out of A-Link too. We'll see it again in this replay because you don't have a moment to breathe. The second the spike is planted, you're getting swarmed on both sides.
Their reactions are just so fast. Team's been together a long time. They're good in these moments. But look towards C. This round might be fast again from BBL.
Yeah, there's a tall up again for Bastarda. Second contact, as a matter of fact, takes Alkia's head off and looks for more.
She's gonna get stunned. She has to dash away. Can she stick around for more? Can she take this risk? She wants to. Bastarda needs to. But Wen's just decimates her. Somehow wins that fight over the operator. And now BBL have an advantaged post plant.
In the post plant too, ults on the Sova and on the Killjoy, they can all fall to long. The smokes aren't even going to be there. Isa's smoke is so deep here on long.
You should run.
Team Liquid have to go fast because they are facing so much stall. I mean, a lockdown already committed. Daiki is going to try and hold this one halfway. And she cannot get it done. BBL swing together. And Isa recovers the op.
Get on out of dodge. Vanya's on the hunt though. Waiting for it. There would be enough money to buy an operator in the next round. Daiki is a very wealthy individual for Team Liquid. So the hunt doesn't mean everything from BBL, but that does take BBL up to 11.
And that's a huge round to find.
I mean, you think about the fights they won getting in there. First, knocking down Georgina. Yes, they lost Alkia. The trade was there. It was a clever little setup, the high-low, with the late swing from the operator from Team Liquid. But Wen's taking out Bastarda, just going straight into the backside. That was not supported with utility. She just took that fight. Didn't ask for any support. She didn't need it. And that's the BBL that took down all of EMEA. That's the BBL that didn't even need to take a beat. Now they do, because they want to close this half out flawlessly.
This is the round where they can break Team Liquid. They win here, the money's on the rocks, there's no more ults or hops for that very last round of the game.
BBL have to have a read coming in from this one. The start off came online a little bit later here. They haven't had to deal with it too many rounds thus far. But they just saw that C look. They've seen a lot of this forward C wall. I think finishing C is really good for BBL against this wall. Love to see them maybe challenge for A short, push players off, and then maybe move back into a C later in the round.
And with this stall comp, a lot of the time, Team Liquid is trying to play on site to defend, but BBL's executes are just so perfect. The coordination between Eva and Felipe with their utility has been on point.
I think when Team Liquid have been playing deliberately on the site, that's when they've been getting flushed out with the utility, especially without the more passive deep wall on that C site. What they need to do is play almost inside the smokes BBL are going to throw down, and once you see the fault line, the paranoia, you swing back in, like that C hit when they're coming back in quickly.
We've seen other teams, like Shopify, execute those flood retakes so well with this comp. Can Team Liquid do it here?
That's exactly the way to do it. Eva was looking for a tag. If you get it, you know the Hunter's Fury is coming to follow. What a default!
Are they going to go for this? Alkia wants to dive in. Hunter's Fury, paranoia, it actually catches Pizarra. And here's a shorty from Isa. Takes care of Alkia in the spam. It deals damage, but it doesn't find a kill. BBL go back, but look at this Killjoy.
And look at the Jet too. Bastarda is going to meet them all in spawn. 3 players running into that operator. And that's 1 now for Bastarda. She falls back, but has to find something, and she does.
That is such a big kill. BBL, second pivot of the round. They go into B.
B is now open. All 3 players grouped from BBL. You can't say the same for Team Liquid. BBL, no. There's 2 players in C-Link, and the operator is isolated in A. You can't walk into the op, so they move towards C.
Pause. Team Liquid take their time on this retake, but they walk straight into Philippa.
Last player standing.
And Issa's down 2. Bastarda only has an op to work with. This was the rounds they needed to keep them in Haven. But it is slipping through Bastarda's fingers, and she knows it. Map point, BBL. They are not done in Brazil yet.
No, they're not. Looking to hunt down that op. That cannot be recovered. Bastarda needs to take down these players. And look, if she holds on to this op, they're very much in the game, but Vanya delivers the final blow. That is a big kill to close out as the spike goes down. It's not just that there's no operator. There's a bulldog, there's a judge. It's not perfect for TL.
And what a call to make from BBL. Committing directly into that Viper's pit. Punishing the players there. And then showing us some impeccable mid-round decision making.
Yeah. Vanya and Philippa from backside on B, moving into C-Link, so good. But now, look at that, Bastarda, rifle in hand, no op. She wants to go quickly up into window. She has the pitch so fast onto BBL.
BBL set up for a take into A. They're getting stalled by the dog. The Jet is waiting too, but Wentz just walks into her, and Bastarda has a critical kill.
BBL feel a bit trapped now. That alarm bot not meaning anything for them. There's no way to re-clear back behind them. It would be very difficult. Vanya might use the ultimate to do it, as a matter of fact.
That's info in mid.
To try and clear window and underneath. Very peculiar.
They used the drone up short, but it spots nothing.
So 3 players from Team Liquid, they're expecting the hit to come in. But Daiki has a flash cycle. If she uses that soon, they may be able to rotate back over towards C in time.
Remember that judge from Bizarra. It has been waiting this entire round in Garage.
Where's she going? Where's she going?
She lost her opportunity. Falls back to a deeper angle. She's gonna get stunned. She needs something here. They've dashed past her. Which fight does she take? What does she find? Only one. Philippa trades. She has been so damn good this map. And she keeps it going.
The round will be decided by Daiki and Bastarda on the flank.
It's coming quickly, but they are holding.
Brazilians' best duo. What can they find? They see the sign of Philippa. That's one.
How much more? Vanya in the backlines. Bladestorm popped for Bastarda. She's up and over the top. Spots nothing. Next flash for Daiki. That'll be the go sign for this execute. Issa pressuring from the other side, but Eva stepping up, finds one. It's all on her. And this has been her map. This has been her moment to keep her team alive, to avoid that moment.
And TL are not done yet. Issa takes it up to 10. Wins in the 1v1 on just barely a sliver of health.
They're in it yet.
I don't know how many times I can say it, but every round is like this. These 2 teams are so evenly matched. I mean, watch the replay. Look at that. Bastarda barely sees any of Wen's, but it's enough for the kill. And there you have it, the tracking coming around the corner. Ava, sure, she's been fantastic, but BBL have been asking so much of her today.
There.
2 more for Team Liquid to try and take overtime.
Damage.
It's good.
Microwave setup on this B site. Haven't seen that in a while.
Look at Bastarda, she's just waltzed her way down C. 2 rounds in a row, she's just taking a walk and finding a frag. That is her stage. She will not let it go.
The second you look away, you're punished. I'm daydreaming, I don't see it. BBL are daydreaming, they don't see it.
It's so fast. Retake setup on A.
But BBL, they don't take the moment there. Maybe they heard the footsteps. If they did, they think it could be a bait. Either way, just waiting to group up here with the breach ult. Don't imagine they'll use it here in the 3-on-5 unless they can find a couple of openers, unless it guarantees them the round win.
Daiki's only job is information. But rotates will be far away. BBL will be able to get a post plant if they can get past Daiki. And they can't for now. The leader finds one. She's just gonna keep fighting. Maybe a little too far. Fine.
Yeah, that's getting a little bit much. The starter's gotten up into heaven now. Switches over to the Vandal.
Spike planted.
Felipe has to get aggressive out of short. Has to find something to open it up here.
Here comes the retake. Paranoia. But they're stalled. The ult finds him, but long is clear, and Felipe goes down. Wen's in hell. Her HP is low, and Bastarda is there. She had a slow start to this game, but she is stepping up. She does not want to see split.
She just goes blitzing down long, gets that opener. And after that, when Team Liquid are allowed to take a breath, they do not lose in those situations. Really good shots coming from Bastarda from heaven as well there.
So it's overtime or split. Round 24. BBL cannot afford to let this slip.
The crowd are on their feet here in São Paulo. Team Liquid's families cheering them on in the audience. Most of BBL not even here on the stage, and yet they have a chance for map number 3. BBL fighting for A control. Smoke down long, creeping up behind it. They haven't activated quickly off of this ever, but with the Rolling Thunder they could.
Bastarda breaks the turret in mid and dips away. BBL have that Rolling Thunder still.
Even so. Oh no, Wenz falls in mid. Another huge opener for Bastarda. She's awake.
The last 3 rounds, it has all been Bastarda. Can they complete the run? Can they make it to overtime? Alki off and over the top. Bladestorm whipping out. Issa is massive for that kill. And now this orb is important to keep the players on site alive because she's avoided the ultimate. Bazera isn't stunned. Bazera is fighting. And she's got 2. Last one standing. Felipe is down. Team Liquid are in overtime.
A perfect hold there from Team Liquid. Staying their ground and taking us the distance. It's a Prime Gaming flawless round for them. And it comes off the back of BBL saving the Rolling Thunder. They didn't use it in the initial hit. Alkia could not get that opener. And it looks like it was completely BBL's game, right? They're up 12-9. No, round after round, TL bite back. They battle through. But while we just got a breather, don't forget BBL's pace. They go quick, they go fast, and they're going down C-long at round start.
No one is here to receive them.
Actually walking it this time, looking for a deeper play. Another layer in the playbook.
And to pull it out in overtime, how far does she walk?
I don't think she stops. I think she keeps on going here. There's no alarm bot, there's no turret.
And they're heading her way. Alkia has an opportunity, and Issa, surely she's not aware. Surely she doesn't win that fight.
She does, Mimi. She does it all. Wen's on the other side, trades out in mid. Spike spotted in mid, but Bastarda takes it back. 4-on-3 now for TL as they split into C.
But it is Vanya, the IGL, the smoker, the star player. She's teleporting long. Paranoia, she's gonna fight for more. Can she get it? 1 kill already. Vanya goes for another. She'll double dip. She'll find another chance, and she will take it.
Freeze. 5 players alive. BBL completely isolated. Team Liquid need to hunt down for a kill, but they don't. They stick the plant, and BBL group 2 players along.
Taiki has a drone. Eva instead clearing the space, and Team Liquid want to fight through spawn. Felipe on the line, and she is down. That is another massive moment from Georgina. Can they close the round?
Last player standing.
Eva takes care of Bazera. It's only Georgina. Has to make magic again, and she's spotted, she's spamming, and she is dead. BBL, another map point.
The map has just been a battle between Ava and Georgina.
Switching sides. Match point.
Back and forth between the two. To close it out, that's what BBL needed. But Vanya, can you believe what she did outside Garage? The Paranoia looking to fight back into it. You'll see Felipa's fault line too coming in. The assist on that. BBL are playing so well together. But they struggled to close in regulation. Team Liquid. Bastarda woke up. Bastarda back on top with 22 kills.
Vanya was ready for aggression in mid. They have that space. But look at this clearance from Team Liquid. They already have a ton of space towards A.
Both Jets just want to keep going on missions, want to look for those kills. BBL are not committed yet though. Spike picked back up from Felipa. Orb secured down long. Late round, we could see a rolling thunder, and Issa is ready. They've seen this so many times. That Molly put down on the turret, she's ready to break it this time, so the information stays up from Team Liquid.
She defends it well.
The problem is their forward-seeking info is gone. They used the dog very early.
Are they headed back into Bastarda? They
She's
are.
gotta run.
But there's a drone. They're thorough.
That's why you always save the drone for those mid-round A re-clears. Bastarda's still holding the line.
Does she go again?
Yes.
She's got the dash.
It's not even a question, Mimi.
Shot. She's always going for more. She's always looking for an opportunity.
And you say the same from Daiki too, creeping down short. BBL don't want to deal with any of that. They expect the rotations, but they're heading back in to the stall on B.
And look who's here. Well, it's the entire team of Team Liquid. And Issa has more mollies on top of that. Next direction. BBL never broke that turret. They're going to get stalled out, and Georgina is going to cut them down. Paranoia through. Another found. Georgina keeps it going. And Wenzi's cut off towards long. Sure, Felipa can find something, but she's wounded. She'll waltz her way into the back lines. Issa finds one, but she's taken down. Wenz taken by the flank. We go again.
One more time. These teams playing so fast, so loose. BBL Queens take the timeout. We'll see it here. I mean, Bastarda continually looking for those fights. This Garage hold. Garage has been both a problem for both teams now. The Omen's really locking it down. And I think what we've seen, actually on BBL's side of attack, is they have slowed things down a little bit. They'll look for early kills, but then in the dead time, Team Liquid are seizing a ton of space. Once they have information, they're re-clearing. So even though the flank doesn't secure the kill at the end of that last round, you can see Bastarda trying to take A space. Once players leave, Daiki doing the same thing. It is those flanks that are creating so much chaos in these rounds and making it so hard for the IGLs to keep everything under wraps. The rounds are getting away from the IGLs. It is coming down to individuals recognizing when and where players can be on the map and just winning out in their ones.
After 26 rounds of play, how do you come up with something new, something to surprise, something to finally close out this game?
It's crazy, because in round 25, BBL did. It was the quiet walk down C long, and then looking to activate off a Paranoia late. In the 27th round, it might just be good, honest, old-fashioned Valorant. It's A lobby control, something we've never seen them do with the Jet.
But it's BBL versus TL. You know both teams will fight. They're gonna put everything into this. 5-on-4, an all-out brawl. Who's gonna win it? BBL ahead of the mollies in short. Alkia, the first one up. Paranoia is good, but Issa is somehow better. Vanya, teleporting behind Vanya! That's absurd! But it's not enough. TL still in this one, still fighting. Eva trades, and now Bizarra on the scene as well.
It all comes down to Wenz. Issa waiting for her teammate to join her. Does this alarm bot go off? No, it's activated at the last possible second.
And look at what they do. They'll flip the map, plant for spawn.
Spike planted.
Bizarra just got the lockdown activated as well. That's gonna come down early. 3 mollies between the two of them. The stall is ridiculous.
Insult to injury. What can Wenz do? She's got to run back towards long, and Issa's so aware. Just has to buy time. Let the mollies do their job. Let the time get the better, but one didn't hit. Wenz manages to stick it for a little longer than expected, but damage now done. She'll swing into the turret, and Bizarra will take her down. Team Liquid, They have control of this game somehow, some way, after fighting their way into overtime, after pushing it to another. They have their chance to close. They have their chance to send BBL home.
Team Liquid haven't led since the start of the second half. And even with BBL throwing another layer into these openers of the round, they keep composed and they take it. Now Team Liquid, their idea to stack heavy in mid, that heavy stall on B again to make sure those late round B finishes can't happen. That puts so much pressure on BBL in their previous attacking round.
BBL back to the basics. They want to split C, but look at this double setup in Garage.
It's a trap in Garage, and if you go B, there's not just the mollies, the Jet's there too. Daiki scouts out A lobby, doesn't see anything. TL primed themselves, they're ready for a fight here in mid, and Bastarda creeps out to break the turret and put pressure on the backs of BBL.
4 in long. It'll be a late flank through Garage. But they're still stalled here. Issa's molly is not far enough ahead, so the dash comes through. Issa has to stay alive. She's been massive in this overtime, and she will continue that trend. Blind's good, out gets raised, but Georgina has arrived. Only 2 for BBL, and it's Vanya alone. There is no way she can live.
Defenders win.
Team Liquid, this is their home. The lower bracket is their place. They keep the run going.
Team Liquid ignite the crowd in São Paulo. A hard-fought series, a hard-fought game to bring it back in overtime.
They keep getting away with miracles. They had no business winning that map.
There's no way, right? Bazera, Bastarda, Georgina, the clutches are unreal.
How do they keep pulling it off?
I mean, they're gonna have to keep doing it. It's 2 BO3s tomorrow. It's a BO6 and then a BO5. Day after day after day. There's not anything harder than that.
But if there was a team to do it, it would be Team Liquid.
Commiserations, of course, on the other side for BBL, the #1 seed out of EMEA, shocking the region with their win. Fighting through adversity here as well. 4 of their players could not be on stage today. You know they wish that they could be there to support each other in person, but they couldn't. Still, they put up one of the most impressive fights I have seen here round after round, Mimi.
The closest game of the tournament, surely. 1 or 2 clutches going the other way, and they could have been alive, but it's Team Liquid instead. They can't lose in front of this crowd. In front of their families.
No. That's the best part. All the families coming out in support here today for them. You could see it even when they got knocked down in that second half. Every single round that they are turning back in their favor. Just every single person in the crowd standing up, cheering them on.
Well, an absolutely ludicrous series that we just witnessed, but it's Team Liquid on the trail for a lower bracket run. To discuss more, we have the analyst desk standing by.
That was just an emotional roller coaster. I mean, you couldn't really, those last few rounds, those were like, and you just couldn't tell. But Liquid, their comeback here, you know, in those few crucial rounds, baby, it was just so intense.
Yeah, I was screaming from my seat. I'm over here like, no, throw the molly on the bomb, put the molly on the bomb. I was saying a bunch of different crazy things, and I was like, dude, I can't even imagine being the coaches right now on both sides. It must have been an unbelievable experience and a lot of stress, because we were stressed out up here.
Oh man, we were freaking out. There were so many incredible like reads from the IGLs, from the teams, not over rotating, and then players like Bazera, Bastarda, everyone had their epic moments and turned it up when it mattered the most. What an incredible win from TL in front of their home crowd.
And it's not just the side of Team Liquid. BBL, I feel, really put up a really good fight here. You saw that there was a lot more confidence from them as well, and you know, you saw that like, you know, they were able to really give the, you know, when they primed up that they had something prepared for Haven. I feel like they really did deliver. Unfortunately, this means that we will have to say goodbye to BBL, and it's heartbreaking, especially considering how much they've worked and, you know, just what they've had to deal with so far.
Yeah, this was a very tough tournament for them with a lot of their players getting sick. But, nevertheless, they played phenomenal on Haven, I'm not going to lie.
For now, let's send it down to the stage for a Verizon post-match interview.
Here with Bastarda after amazing win. E Bastarda, de cara já quero falar que hoje foi o melhor jogo de vocês. Como é que foi esse trabalho? Era só o processo mesmo? Né? Era natural chegar nesse nível que a gente conhece de vocês. So first of all, that's the best game, in my opinion, of you guys. What happened? What's the process? Tell us about it.
Nosso jogo sempre ha sido o mesmo, só que a gente no começo contra eles começamos um pouco nervosas, daí a gente teve uma conversa para acalmar as paixões. Então, agora a gente está colocando nosso jogo em prática e é isso, tipo, Estamos muito, como fala, bunda mole.
Como é que eu vou traduzir isso? Anyway, she said they were really nervous in the beginning, the debut of the championship, but they talked a lot just to calm the nerves and play what they know how to play. E nesse jogo, né, toda hora tem um mapa tranquilinho e um mapa mais pegado. Então fala pra gente como é que foi essa Ascent, escolha de vocês, que não estava sendo a escolha, e essa Raven que já foi zona de conforto, agora é um pouco mais pegada. So last match, there was an easy map and another map harder, and again, you guys had a tough one. And what happened that you picked Ascent, and what happened in Haven?
A gente piqueou Ascent porque é um mapa que a gente está treinando ultimamente, que não era nosso melhor mapa antes, e se está dando bem nos treinos. A gente picou basicamente porque é um mapa que se está dando bem na gente. E Haven está sendo um pouco mais difícil, pero todavía se puede. Y contra BBL fue súper difícil porque no podíamos leerlas, estaban como todo el rato trocando setup, pero al final la Daiki dijo, falou, vou falar português, desculpa, comecei a falar espanhol do nada. A Daiki falou, mano, pone marcha nas minas aí, estamos jogando o jogo delas. E aí a gente começou, eu comecei a avançar mais, comecei a ter mais confiança, a dar os primeiros abates, então é isso.
Ascent used to be a not very good mapper from us, but we got having good result in Scream, so we decided to pick it. And Haven, we are having a tough time to read BBL. They're changing the setups all the time, but then Dyke told me to be more aggressive, then I was more aggressive, and then we won. E agora falar do próximo adversário, SMG, tão embaçadas, tá difícil. Como é que tá a expectativa aí? Que de mirinha também elas estão muito bem, já tá com a leitura em dia, como é que tá essa preparação?
A gente vai continuar treinando, a gente não tem muito tempo porque o jogo vai ser amanhã e provavelmente se a gente ganha já pega logo o perdedor do jogo de agora. Então a gente vai jogar nosso jogo e é isso, tipo, ansiosa por jogar contra elas porque são muito boas e a gente vai dar nosso melhor para ganhar delas.
I asked her what does she expect from SMG tomorrow, and she said they are really good, but they are focused only on their play, and then I'm gonna watch this next game and prepare for tomorrow. Muito obrigado, Bastardinha. Amassa amanhã. É isso, a Bastarda.
Red Bull gives you wings.